Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bill, if you could get the door shut, thank you.
Yep. Here we go.
Welcome, everybody, to the Jackson Hole Hootenanny and the beginning of our 2000-2001 winter season. Greetings of the season to you one and all. I apologize for the substantial inconvenience that was caused by the parking of the parents of 10,000 children who are over in the ice rink, having a great time themselves doing, I think, the Nutcracker, but it made it a little difficult. You had to hitchhike from downtown to get a parking place. But thanks to you, all of you who did. I'm sure more will be coming in. We have a special feature this evening. Dan Thomas and Terry Yazzolino are going to do songs from their newly released CD, and they will be joined by Shelley Clark and Ben Winship, two of our best local musicians, as their backup band, and that should be special. A couple of quick things. We have a family here who I think is performing for the first time. Is it second time? Well, then welcome back. Traditions at the Hootenanny. We have several, and they make for a very enjoyable evening from both sides of the microphone, for both the audience and the performers. The first is that anyone who wants to enjoy a smoke can do so anywhere they want outdoors. The second is that when we have performers on stage performing, we ask the audience to share that moment with them and to provide us with a mini concert setting, which is one of the things that has always made the Hootenanny so special. Another tradition that we have is that when he is here, which is almost always, the one and only Bill Briggs begins the evening festivities. Would you please join me in making welcome Bill Briggs.
Well, it's ski season, in case you don't know. It's not Christmas season, it's ski season. And of course I'm going to get practiced up ski songs here tonight. I got something in the mail today from my sister, who found a whole bunch of journals of my college and prep school days. So recollections are pretty are pretty well fermenting in my mind. You know, it's really wonderful. But it was sure a lot of fun singing songs back in those days and just learning to play guitar. And these were the songs that we sang in those days. This is the early 50s. So let the snowflakes fall, no desire at all to shiver my toes, or shatter my nose, or splatter them on a tree. I have but one desire, a great big open fire, a bottle of brew or maybe two, and a girl to drink with me. Now a skier one day did make his way to the top of the mountainside. He waxed his skis and flexed his knees and then began to slide. Around the turn he lost his nerve as a tree loomed up ahead. He was found in the spring when the birdies sing, both he and the tree were dead. So let the snowflakes fall, no desire at all to shiver my toes, or shatter my nose, or splatter them on a tree. I have but one desire, a great big open fire, a bottle of brew or maybe two, and a girl to drink with me. Now you can take it from me that learning to ski is harder than you may think. Why go outside and freeze your hide when you can stay inside and drink a bottle of wine? A beer is fine, but any old drink is nice. I'll get my scars in ice warm bars instead of on snow and ice. So let the snowflakes fall, no desire at all my toes, a shot of my nose, a splatter of them on a tree. I have but one desire, a great big open fire, a bottle of brew or maybe two, and a girl to drink with me. Thank you. Johnson from his bedroll sprang against boots and his skis. Skied quite well and he skied like hell, but he didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. Skied quite well and he skied like hell, but he didn't have a bend in his knees. Now Johnny thought when his skis he bought he could ski with a maximum of ease. The thing he was taught that he soon forgot was to get a little bend in his knees. To get a little bend in his knees. To get a little bend in his knees. The thing he was taught that he soon forgot was to get a little bend in his knees. Now John in a race was a terrible disgrace. He soon wound up in the trees. The reason that he fell, you know darn well, was he didn't have a bend in his knees. Didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. The reason that he fell, you know darn well, was he didn't have a bend in his knees. John let out a howl for the ski patrol. Get the toboggan, please. They carried him down to the dock and the town said you should have had a bend in your knees. You should have had a bend in your knees. You should have had a bend in your knees. As they carried him down to the dock and the town said you should have had a bend in your knees. Long after the spill and the doctor's bill, he sold his boots and his skis. Now he can't make haste with a cast to his waist, 'cause he didn't in his knees. Doesn't have a bend in his knees. He doesn't have a bend in his knees. Can't make haste with a cast to his waist, and he doesn't have a bend anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Is it more men? You guys moved from where you signed up to number 2, so you're going to come perform for us right now if you are ready. This is their second appearance. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves. I can tell you nothing about them except they are brave souls because they're getting up on this stage. So please join me in making them welcome.
I'm Hal Mormon. This is my daughter, Lydia. We're just tourists up here, but we're tourists frequently, so. And since it's close to Christmas, she's going to sing a Christmas song.
Should I use this microphone? Can I take it off? Take it off. Don't take it off.
Don't take it off.
We're not that big.
Let's see. Can we switch?
You want to switch? Okay.
Just go like that.
Yeah, don't go up and down.
Watch the leg in the crack. Okay. Okay.
Ready? Is that good?
We're going to sing Oh Holy Night in Christmas season. Oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and appeared and the soul felt his worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born, oh night divine, oh night divine, led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So led by light of a star sweetly gleaming, here came the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger, through all our trials, born to be our friend. He knows our needs, to our weakness is no stranger. Behold your King before him lowly bend. Behold your King before him lowly bend. Christ is the King. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim.
Thought I left it up there. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ted, and I'm a redneck, and I'm proud to admit it. And I go to school up north, and sometimes it gets a little lonely for somebody from the south who's a redneck like me. So I wrote a little song. It's called Rednecks Living in a Yankee Paradise, and I'm in a band up at school, so you have to imagine a piano, a fiddle, drums, and a bass and a harmonica playing with this song. So here it goes.
Started up with a pickup truck, blackjack, paperback, don't give up. I was headed the wrong way, out on the highway to see just what I couldn't see. Late at night, city lights, me and the highway started a fight. It wasn't me, no nasty, dirty, slimy on 730, baby. Give me one more time to show you what I mean. Snowfall, cold weather, ain't a state of mind. 4 more seasons, no, not this time. Take me back to Texas, Dornan, Kansas, we'll be fine. We're just rednecks living in a Yankee paradise. Use guys, high rise, give me some space. New York City, let's slow down the pace. When a T-bone steak's got a hint of turpentine, we're just rednecks living in a Yankee paradise.
that's enough out of stuff. Everything's smoking and it's getting kinda rough. There went the backyard, where is the stockyard? I can learn to ride a boat in my white like baggy jeans. I said, I don't know, disco, the dance club speak different lingo. Oh baby, give me rodeo, I take her to the opera show and showed up city folks, just what us country people mean. Snow, fire, cold weather, and a state of mind. 4 more seasons, no, not this time. Take me back to Texas, Georgia, Kansas, smoking fine rich rednecks, living in a Yankee paradise. Use guys high rise, give me some space. New York City to slow down the pace. When a T-bone steak's got a hint of turpentine, rich rednecks, living in a Yankee paradise. Yankee paradise. Texas, Georgia, Kansas, would be fine, rich rednecks, living in a Yankee paradise. Use guys high rise, give me some space. New York City, let's slow down the pace. When a T-bone steak's got a hint of turpentine, rich rednecks, living in a Yankee paradise. Rich rednecks, in a Yankee paradise. The Yankee paradise. Thank you.
There was bits and pieces of the Mormon family, M-O-O-R family. You guys come by only once a year?
Yeah.
That's all? All right. Next up we have our accordionist who likes to get us singing, doing old songs, things that he grew up with. Mr. Carl Herbst.
Thanks, Bill. Hey, what happened to our steps that used to be here?
It's a filter.
Hey, well, this thing's heavy. Oh, man. Bill introduced me, but he forgot to introduce the star of our show, who happens to be Barbara Gray. And anyway, Barbara and I are going to do a couple of tunes that are reflecting of the season.
And I want to say, the only reason I'm up here is to get you all singing.
Yeah, oh, hey, these are a couple of tunes that we think you all probably know. And anyway, please sing with us.
You're going to be over there, right?
Oh, I didn't plan on it.
Oh,
I got to go this way.
okay.
I mean with this unit.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute, maybe I better get over there.
Oh, but you're taking music.
Yeah, because this hand doesn't keep going like that.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, we got these couple of tunes, and we hope that you recognize them and sing with us. Let's see. Oh, you wanted me to start down here, didn't you?
Yeah, that's fine.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, with a smile on the wall. And on every street corner you silver bells, soon it will stand in the city. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, soon it will be Christmas Day. I'm gonna play it. Let's do this. Silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. I think we took them by surprise.
We took me by surprise, that's for sure. A lot of them do it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a great tune. Hey, we've got one more, so don't leave. Let's see,
You're gonna start right there.
yeah, I'll start it there. And then okay. Hey, you guys sing with this song too if you know it. But we'll get on it here in a minute. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? Down the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the bluebird, to sing us a song as we go on, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can
then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, you're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Run away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. We sing our old song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, you will conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
That Barbara's the greatest, isn't she? You just check out her crazy red shoes. Hey.
Christmas shoes.
Carl Herbst, along with Barbara. Gee, you're getting to be a regular up here on the stage, Barb. All right. Okay, hey, next we have a guy that's only here for just a brief time in between his rehearsals for a play. So we're sticking him in right now while he's available. Here's Mr. John Cook.
Yes, I'm doing it again. I'm in another play. I will harangue you at length about this play in January. It starts January 18th for 3 weekends. Count them, 1, 2, 3. And it's a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, and I get to play a dirty old man.
What a stretch, huh?
Doug said, first he said, what a stretch, and he says, why do you have to go to rehearsal? Now I can see you. Well, I haven't taken to wearing tinted glasses all the time. It's just that I lost my clear glasses in California at Thanksgiving, and the new ones have not yet arrived thanks to the inefficiency of Airborne Express. However, we like that last key, Carl. That was a very good key. We like it so much we're going to do both our songs in that key. And it was it was C, Carl. And
One song with 2 flats in it.
C has neither sharps nor flats. Nor scrugs either. And we'll get you guys to sing along on the second C. Bill, Dick got that. He's the only one who got it.
I booed you for it.
Okay, we're going to do 2 songs in the key of C. You guys get to sing on the second one. If you know this one, you could sing too. I asked Bill if he'd play, but he fell down and broke his banjo on the way over here. So I hope you're going to get it fixed.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
That's the idea. Good, okay. All right. 1, 2. This is a Bill Monroe tune, and we're going to do winter songs anyway. First a winter song and then a Christmas song. Oh, you like this? Wait, we'll get this out of the way of the camera. There. Hi. Nick has 4,329 hours of the Hootenanny, but when will anybody look at it? That's what I want to know. You promised me the tape of Letty in Georgia, though, from September. A 1, a 2, a 3. Oh, no, I was counting the second song. Let's do the first song. A 1, a 2, a 3. Oh, some folks like the summertime when they can walk about. Strolling through the meadow green is pleasure, there's no doubt. But give me the winter time when snow's on the ground, and I found her when the snow's on the ground. I traced little footprints in the snow, found little footprints in the snow. Oh Lord, bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, and I found her when the snow's on the ground. Up to see her, there was wait. I know the words, my mouth couldn't do them though. Well, I went up to see her, there was a big round moon. Her father said she'd just stepped out, she'd be returning soon. I found her little footprints and I traced them through the snow, and I found her when the snow's on the ground. I traced little footprints in the snow, I found little footprints in the snow. Oh Lord, bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, and I found her when the snow was on the ground. Play along. I don't know what I'm doing.
Up in heaven.
We got a rhythm section. Let's try and do this without tapping feet. Well, now she's up in heaven, she's with the angel band. I know that I will see her soon in that promised land. Every time the snow falls, it brings back memories, 'cause I found her when the snow was on the ground. I traced little footprints in the snow, footprints in the snow. Oh Lord, bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, and I found her when the snow's on the ground. Yes, bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, and I found her when the snow's on the ground. All right, now it's your turn. This, the chorus of this song has words that can be learned very quickly. It goes like this: Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. 3 lines the same, but the 4th line is different. And it goes, Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. Okay, all of you who weren't singing now. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. Oh, that's great. Holly's in the window, home's where the wind blows, tall pines a-hummin', and Christmas time's a-comin'. Can't you hear them bells a-ringin', ringin', joy to all, hear them singin', when it's snowin' I'll be goin' back to my country home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. Snowflakes a-fallin', my old home's a-callin', can't walk for runnin', and Christmas time's a-comin'. Can't you hear them bells a-ringin', ringin', joy to all, hear them singin', when it's snowin' I'll be goin' back to my country home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. old heart's a yearning. Poor folks are home when Christmas time's a coming. Can't you hear them bells a ringing, ringing? Joy to all to hear them singing. When it's snowing, I'll be going back to my country home. Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, and I know I'm going home. Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming, and I know I'm going home. Thank you. Mr. Doug Woody on the fiddle.
John Cook, along with Doug Woody up here. Okay, next up is a fellow that's going to... We won't have a hoot here next week, so we're going to have it at Peter's house. Anybody that wants to make it.
Oh, are you serious?
Anyway, so we will be having a hoot of some sort come next Monday. But here is Peter Ward.
Gee, Bill, you stole my thunder. I have two vintage Christmas carols for you tonight. But before we do that, I was going to reiterate what Bill just said. Next Monday is Christmas Day, and the staff of Snow King, needless to say, wants to celebrate. And so the decision was made we couldn't have a hoot here. So we said, well, let's have it at our house. It's only 4 miles away. It's at the southern end of Teton Park. And everybody's invited. We're not going to put it in the newspaper, but everybody's invited, whether you know us or not. If you want to know how to get there, you just go north of town and take the first left after the Wildlife Museum, which actually is about 2 miles beyond, and that's Elkview. Then you turn right on Parkview, and we're right at the very end, next to the last house on the end. Or you can look up Ward in the telephone book, and under Adrian Ward, since we wanted to be at the front of the wards, and give us a call, and we'll tell you how to get there. And the only thing you want to bring is a little Christmas cheer to share, you know, some of those leftovers or whatever. We can fit about 40 people in. It'll be cozier than this room. But anyway, we'll have a hoot like hoot and a nice fire crackling, and bring your friends. This is not just a private affair. So please do come. Anyway, my first vintage Christmas carol is of the 1950s vintage by Tom Lear. Well, Christmas time is here, by golly. Disapproval would be folly. Deck the halls with hunks of holly. Fill the cup and don't say when. Kill those turkeys, ducks, and chickens. Mix the punch, drag out the dickens. Even though the prospect sickens, brother, here we go again. On Christmas Day, you can't get sore. Your fellow man you must adore. There's time to rob him all the more. The other 364. Relations sparing no expense, so send some useless old utensil or a matching pen and pencil. Just the thing I need. How nice. It doesn't matter how sincere it is or how heartfelt the spirit. Sentiment will not endear it. What's important is the price. Hark the Herald Tribune sings, advertising wondrous things. God rest ye merry merchants, may you make the Yuletide pay. Angels we have heard on high tell us to go out and buy. So let those raucous sleigh bells jingle, hail our dear old friend Kris Kringle, driving his reindeer across the sky. Don't stand underneath when they fly by. Now, this next one is a traditional Christmas carol, and I invite you all to sing. Doug Woody's going to join on the fiddle. You'll certainly know the first verse, but you'll know the chorus, and everybody ought to be able to bellow out in the chorus, "Angels we have heard on high." Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, wildest jubilee, why your joyous strains prolong? Not the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo. See him in a manger laid, whom the choirs of angels praise. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while our hearts in love we raise. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Peter Ward, along with Doug Woody. Doug gets in there about every chance he can to back somebody up. It's really good. All right, and next up, we've got a fellow that's here for the 300th time. His performance tonight is 300. He's our co-founder of the Hoot. Comes from up in Moose. And we used to have parties up there back in the old days, which were a lot of fun. Called them Teton Tea Parties. A wonderful teller of tales through song. Here is Dick Barker.
Thank you, Bill. Well, I don't have a Christmassy song for us tonight. I thought I would just do a couple of my favorite songs. And I don't want to mislead you. That doesn't mean I'm going to remember all the words. This is tonight's the first time I've touched a guitar since the last Hootenanny. So. This first song was written by Charles B. Clark, C. Badger Clark. He also wrote Spanish is the Loving Tongue. And this is about a cowboy up in northeastern Arizona along the Mogollon Rim who had a chance to use his rope, roped a mountain lion. Well, away high up in the Mogollons upon the mountain tops, a lion licked a yearling's bones, he licked his thankful chops. Went on that picture who should ride a trippin' down the slope. But High Chin Bob with a sinful pride and a maverick hungry rope. Oh, glory be to me, says he, and fame's unfading flowers. All mortal hands is far away. I ride my good top horse today. I'm top rope of the Lazy J. Hi, kitty cat, you're ours. That lion licked his paw so brown, and he dreamed sweet dreams of a veal. Then that circling loop sung down, roped him round his meal. He howled with quick fury to the world, till all the hills yelled back. That top horse gave a snort and whirled, and Bob took up the slack. Oh, glory be to me, says he, I've hit the glory trail. No mortal man, as I have read, durst loop a raging lion's head, nor ever a horse could drag one dead until we told the tale. Well, away high up in the Mogollons, that top horse done his best. Through whipping brush and rattling stones from canyon's floor to crest. Yet ever when Bob turned and hoped the limp remains to find, a red-eyed lion, belly rope, but healthy lope behind. Oh, glory be to me, says he, this glory trail is rough, but till the toot of judgment morn, I'll keep this dally around the horn, for never any hero born could stoop to holler enough. 3 sons had rode their circles home and beyond the desert's rim, turned their star herds loose to roam the ranges high and dim. But up and down and round and cross Bob pounded weak and wan, for pride still glued him to his seat and glory drove him on. Oh, glory be to me, says he, this glory trail is, oh, I already done that one, didn't I? He can't be drugged to death. But till the toot of judgment morn, I'll keep this dally around the horn, for never any hero born could stoop to holler enough. Oh, too bad about that verse. Well, away high up in the Mogollon, Prospect Man did swear that moonbeams melted down his bones and heisted up his hair. A ribby cow horse thundered by, a lion trailed along. A rider gaunt but chin on high yelled out this crazy song. Oh, glory be to me, says he, and to my noble noose. Oh, stranger, tell my friends below, I took a raging dream in tow, and if I never laid him low, well, I never turned him loose. This next song is one of the sad songs. It's not very Christmassy, but it's one I've always liked. I first heard this back in the early 1950s from Singin' Sam Agins. Singin' Sam came through here every summer for a great many years. Used to go to the various dude ranches and entertain around the campfires. He did leather work, silver work. Would spend the winters down in Arizona, come up through Colorado, be up here for several months, up into Montana for a brief amount of time, and then back to Arizona. This song was written by a lady in the Big Sur area of California. And as I said, I first heard Sam do this song, and I'm going to do the rendition that I first heard from him. It was recorded in the late 1950s by Terry Gilkyson and the Easy Riders, and then by the Kingston Trio in the early 60s. And a few years ago, this was the title song of an album CD that Ramblin' Jack Elliott had out. This is called South Coast. Now the South Coast, the wild coast is lonely. You might win in a game at alone, but the lion still rules the barrancas, and the man there is always alone. My name is Juan Halo de Castro. My father's a Spanish grandee, but I won my wife in a card game. To hell with those lords or the sea. I sat in a game at alone. I played with a man there named Juan. After I'd won all his money, he bet me his young daughter Dawn. I picked up the ace, I had won her. My heart, which was down at my feet, jumped up to my throat in a hurry. Like a young summer's day, she was sweet. He opened the door to the kitchen. He called her name with a curse. He said, "Take her, oh take her, you've won her. She's yours now for better or worse." Oh, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game at alone, but the lion still rules the barrancas, and a man there is always alone. Her arms had to tighten around me as we rode up the hills from the south. Not a word did I hear from her that day, or a kiss from her pretty red mouth. We came to my cabin at twilight. The stars twinkled out on the coast. She soon loved the valley, the orchards, but I knew she loved me the most. That was a gay, happy winter. I carved on a cradle of pine by a fire in that neat little shanty. I sang with that gay wife of mine. Then I got hurt in a landslide with a crushed hip and twice broken bone. She saddled our pony like lightning, rode off in the night for alone. A lion screamed in the barrancas, but bolted and fell on the slide. My young wife lay dead in the moonlight. My heart died that night with my bride. Oh, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game at alone. The lion still rules the barrancas, and a man there is always alone.
Dick Barker. All right, next up we get a guy that unlocks any door in town. He's the locksmith. He likes to play the country songs, western and cowboy. Does an awfully good job of it. Here's Greg Keckler.
I want to do a couple of songs that I've never done before in public. I'm going to get Ben Winship to help me. Years and years ago, when I was first starting to play the guitar, I went into a music store looking for records, and I was digging through the record bins, and I found this great album. I didn't have a clue who these guys were, but there was two guys in suits and ties. They had these cowboy hats on, you know, the old taco hats, looked like this, big brim, stuck straight up, looked like they had a taco shell on their head. And their names were Ralph and Carter Stanley, Stanley Brothers and the Clinch Mountain Boys. And these are a couple of songs off of that record that we would like to do. One night as the stars were all shining, little Benny knelt down by his bed. He asked the dear Lord for forgiveness Boy, they don't write them like that anymore, do
It's a family value song, isn't it?
they? It's a dandy. Well, if you like that one, promise us you won't leave during this one. It's only a couple of minutes long. Mother's not dead, she's only asleep, patiently waiting for Jesus to come. Birds will be singing while mother lies sleeping. Jesus to come. I left my home way back in the mountains when mother was called to heaven that day. We carried my mother up to the graveyard. Nothing's the same.
I'm not supposed to do this, but we've got a special guest who's not going to be awake during the second part of the show, and he wanted to come up and sing a little Woody Guthrie song for you. Please welcome Owen Winship. Ready? I ain't got no home, I'm just a roaming round, just a wandering worker, I go from town to town. The police make it hard for me wherever I may go, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. My brothers and my sisters have traveled on this road. It's a hot and dusty road that 1,000,000 feet have trod. The rich man took my home and he throwed me from my door, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Got no home, I'm just a roaming round, just a wandering worker, I go from town to town. The police make it hard for me wherever I may go. I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Now as I look around me, it's a mighty plain to see. This wide and wicked world seems a funny place to be. My wife took sick and died up upon the cabin floor. Now I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I ain't got no home, I'm just a roaming round, just a wandering worker. I go from town to town. Police make it hard for me wherever I may go. I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Thank you.
God, that's a treat. God. All right. That's Greg Keckler, along with Ben Winship. And what was your son's name?
Owen.
Alan. All right. Super. Okay, we got a guy that came by this fall and played harmonica blues. Did an awfully good job. He's back with us again. Here's John Kozlowski.
These songs that I do are all from albums that I bought in the 70s when I was in college. And they were in bins marked 99 cents and $1.99 in some record stores, some department stores, some supermarkets. Anyway, this one is from an album that was part of the kind of early 60s folk blues revival, and it's a trio: Spider John Kerner, Dave Snake Array, and Tony Glover, and it's called Honeybee. Wonder if that gets any higher. Yeah. I hear funny buzzing, baby. Sound like my old queen bee. I hear funny buzzing, baby. Sound like my old queen bee. She's been all across the country making honey now, but oh, she's coming back home to me. It was early this morning, people. Well, just about 4 o'clock. It was early this morning, people. Well, just about 4 o'clock. I rolled over in my bed, people, and oh Lord, what a beautiful shock. Well, I heard my baby call. Yes, I heard her when she called my name. Yes, I heard my baby call. I heard her when she called out my name. Oh, she didn't call it loud, but you know she called it oh so doggone plain. Well, I'll be your king bee, babe. Swear I will not be your drone. Well, I'll be your king bee, babe. Swear I will not be your drone. Oh, you better take it easy now, honey, before you lose our happy home. Well, I hear funny buzzing, baby. It sound like my old queen bee for sure. I hear funny buzzing, baby. Ooh, sound like a my old queen bee for sure. Oh, she been all across the country making honey now below. She's coming back home to me. Didn't even have to look at my notes. This next one is, if I can remember, Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee song. They were like the major kind of folk blues duo for about 30 years, 50s, 60s, and 70s. I was fortunate enough to see them numerous times in the 70s, and they were just great. Sonny Terry, amazing harmonica player, and Brownie McGee on guitar, and they just had great personality and joy. Kind of later in the 70s, it got a little weird because you could tell they were getting on each other's nerves. So they stopped working together after that. This one's called Walking My Blues Away. Oop, different key. It's so great, you don't have to learn to play in all different keys. You just pull out a different harmonica. You know, the boss man was so mean, and I worked just like a slave. 16 long hours and put anybody in a grave. That's why I'm walking my blues away. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. I used to have a car, painted white and black. I couldn't keep up the payments, so the man come and took it back. That's why I'm walking my blues away. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. You know there's just one thing, people really give me the blues. That's when I ain't got no bottom end on my latest pair of shoes, but I keep on walking my blues away. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. The newsboy hollered extra. Have you heard the news? The woman I love is gone and I got the walking blues, but I keep on walking my blues away. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. You know the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. Thank you.
Oh, he does such a good job. John Kozlowski. And we got another John coming up here next, along with his daughter. Plays violin here for the third time. John's here for the 66th time. And the last name is Carney, and they are a treat. Here it is, John Carney.
Ella refused to introduce these songs. So it's just a good thing that she doesn't refuse to play them, but, and the first, we're gonna.
You've got trouble, Chuck.
I know. Look, also, Dick is getting this on film. This is being recorded for for posterity, so we're going to be sure to do this really well tonight. Anyway, Ella and I are going to play a couple of reels strung together here, one called Fisher's Hornpipe. I never get this right, but I think I did, because otherwise I'd be getting a big... And the next one, it goes into St. Anne's Reel, and if we do it right, you're never going to know we've gone from one song into the other. But that's how it is with these fiddle tunes. They get a little repetitive if you just keep... She wants to play, I think. So it's time to shut up and play. Okay. Ella Carney. Ella studied with Shelley, who's going to be playing here later. I think they're upstairs getting ready for the featured set, which is next. And we're going to do two more.
Okay, this is called Millionaire's Hoedown.
It's actually got two songs in it, but Devil's Dream and...
I don't know.
Okay. Oh no, The Chicken Reel. The Chicken Reel is one of the two. Okay, Ella. I'll get off the stage now. Just get over here.
John and Ella Carney. We got one more performer here before we take on our features for tonight. Here's Adrian Ward.
Okay, I have here one Christmas song to a tune you all know. It was written and recorded by a group called the Yoopers from Michigan, up in the Yoop. And it memorializes a time that might have existed in some of your lives. It existed in my life. Back in New England, I used to own part of a Toyota. When the gas tank fell out, we just put an outboard motor gas tank on the floor of the passenger seat and ran some lines, and it worked. Of course, the passenger had to sit with their feet on the gas tank, but I don't know. There it is. Chorus. Oh, rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. I light a match to see the dash, and then I start to pray. Frame is bent, the muffler went to the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive a rusty Chevrolet. Dashing through the snow in my rusty Chevrolet. Down the road I go, sliding all the way. I need new piston rings, I need some new snow tires. My car is held together by a piece of chicken wire. Oh, rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. Light a match to see the dash, then I start to pray. Frame is bent, the muffler went to the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive a rusty Chevrolet. Well, I went to the liquor store to get some Christmas cheer. I just passed my left front tire, it's getting hard to steer. Speeding down the highway, I passed the county cop. Had to drag my swampers in order to get the car to stop. Oh, rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. I light a match to see the dash, then I start to pray. Frame is bent, the muffler went to the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive a rusty Chevrolet. Oh, bouncing through the snowdrifts in a big blue cloud of smoke. People laugh as I drive by, I wonder what's the joke. I got to get to Kmart to get the layaway. Santa Claus is coming soon, his great big rusty sleigh. Rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. Light a match to see the dash, then I start to pray. Frame is bent, the muffler went to the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive a rusty Chevrolet. Now this other one I've sung here a couple times before. I wrote it this summer driving around here, but I was thinking of a different part of the world at the time. And Peter and I just came back from this different part of the world, and it's all true. It's horrible. You'll recognize this fellow. Not around here, of course. I'm the California lane changing demon, and I'm having lots of fun. Don't think I'm being inattentive, I'm just reloading my gun.
original songs there by Adrian Ward. Now we're going to have a featured set here, and these guys and gals are notable performers that have been doing it for a long time. Terry Yazzolino, very talented storyteller, musician. He's even a minister. I saw him do a wedding once down in Grand Canyon. Wonderful. We have Dan Thomasma, whose dad instigated this coin, a dollar coin featuring Sacagawea, who's the Indian guide for the Lewis and Clark expeditions out through this country. Anyway, been playing music for a long time, does a wonderful job. It's an honor to have them with us tonight, but they're going to be accompanied by this wonderful mandolin player, Ben Winship. And I hear that there's a fiddle player who's been playing in her band for many, many years, Shelley Clark. She's a fabulous musician, singer. This is an outstanding crew. Please welcome Terry Yazzolino, Dan Thomasma, and company.
Ho, ho, ho.
How would you like to be? I don't know. You guys be on the edge, okay?
Which one?
Is that okay? Should we be out on the edges? Do you care which side
Okay.
you're on? Doesn't matter to me. Is this okay? Wow, thank you so much, Bill. What a pleasure. Well, this project got started over a year ago, and Terry and I had a chance to hang out at Kelly's school together when he was doing his student teaching. And every Thursday morning we have computer and art and PE teachers come out, so all our kids are with them. We kind of found ourselves down in the catacombs of Kelly's school, working on this song for the Coin Project, and one thing led to another, and we got together this summer with Dan and Shelley and a few other folks and put together this project, so thanks so much. So here's the Ballad of Sacagawea.
Song, she never stopped singing. Well, in the village of the Mandan, it was the winter of '04 when she joined the expedition to find the Pacific shore. Just a teenage mother with a baby at her breast, when the core of discovery went up a river headed west. Water, wind, and song carry us along. River sings her song, she never stops singing. She never stops singing. The Sacagawea's story continues to unfold. A young teenage mother, she was worth her weight in gold. When they finally reached the Pacific Ocean, the sand, the fog, and the seagulls cried, Sacagawea stood upon the beach and looked a whale in the eye. Thomas Jefferson's vision of a pathway to the sea, across the wild mountains, the land of the free. Water, wind, and song carry us along. The river sings her song, she never stops singing. Oh, water, wind, and song carry us along. The river sings her song, she never stops singing. Wow, thank you. This next one we'd like to do, and these actually are all on a newly released CD that just happens to be available and at the front door. This is a song that we wrote that we thought that Sacagawea may have sung to her little baby, who she just happened to haul across the country for a year and a half or so. So this is the tune called Walkin' Beauty. summer, his welcome is spring, as sweet as a lullaby. Your mama always sang, like a coyote's call. In a sacred manner you will grow, brilliant colors of the fall, and the strong heart of a buffalo. May you walk in beauty, may you always be kind, beauty before you, beauty behind. Sun and river, we're all intertwined. It's all a great mystery, but no one knows what it means. So let's go to sleep now, in a blanket of dreams. May you walk in beauty, may you always be kind. Beauty before you, beauty behind. May you walk in beauty, may you always be kind. Beauty before you, beauty behind.
Now, scholars agree that perhaps the first American of European descent to view the Tetons in the Yellowstone country was John Coulter, a member of the Lewis and Clark expedition. And this is a wee tale of John's. John Coulter got back to the Mandan. He said, civilization's not for me. I'm heading out to the wide open spaces where a mountain man can be free. He made his way up to the Tetons and the land of the Yellowstone. The bighorn, the snake, his fortune to make. This wild country was his home. He spent his days setting trap lines and wading through the icy streams. In London, I'm told, a pelt's worth its weight in gold, and a man can live out his dreams. Up in that big sky country, where the three rivers become one. The headwaters of the Missouri. John Coulter, he made his run. John Coulter ran from the Blackfoot. He ran naked through the prickly pear. ran 6 miles to the river. Warriors were on his trail, but he was able to dodge into a beaver lodge. And that free trapper, he did prevail. Now there's a voice in the wind. Can you hear it? It's the spirit of the wild and free, raising a toast to John Coulter's ghost. That wide, wild, wild open country.
Dan, are you going to need that music stand?
Terry, we're gonna need that music stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you just put it off to the side?
Is this dog song or the wolves? Dog song. It's a nice purple color. You don't like it? It's the only purple music stand I've ever seen. When we were doing this project, my daughter Melissa said, "Boy, we really need a song about Captain Clark's dog, the big black Newfoundland that they had on the trip." So this is her contribution. And it's actually my favorite song. It's a good song. And she's home taking care of Oliver tonight, so otherwise she'd be here doing it herself. But we told her we'd do her proud. It's called The Dog Song. Put our souls to the test and saw wonders few ever seen. Well, at times the feet were dragging and spirits often sagging. We proceeded on time after time, through triumph and disaster, loyal to my master and those whose lives were on the line. My coyote cousins spoke to me by the dozens, singing by the light of the moon. Told me a tale of refusing to fail, and courage not to give in too soon. I took their message to heart, did my best, do my part, and friend, always strive, and with courage undaunted, we got just what we wanted, all but one, made it back alive. Well, at times our feet were dragging and spirits often sagging. We proceeded on time after time, through triumph and disaster, loyal to my master and those
whose lives are on the line.
Now this next song will soon be the Wyoming state song. It was written by Dan Thomasma while he was working with his 4th and 5th grade class out of Kelly School when they were doing a History of Kelly project.
Song in the wind brings me back home again to my friends and the ones that I love. Slowly sets, you can still catch a glimpse of that time. And the new friends we've met will be old friends, I bet, 'cause our lives have become intertwined. And the Tetons, they say, seem a stone's throw away. You know, this land fits me like a glove. And the song in the wind brings me back home again to my friends and the ones that I love. And the Tetons, they say, seem a stone's throw away. You know, this land fits me like a glove. And the song in the wind brings me back home again to my friends and the ones that I love. To my friends and the ones that I love.
That's Dan Thomasma, folks. I just want to say real quick what a privilege and pleasure it was for me to work on the record with these guys. I think it was my second recording project with Yaz and my first with Dan. And unlike other projects that come along at my studio, there's just something always different about working with these guys. And I was thinking today earlier, it's kind of like a big cooking project. They show up with just the best ingredients, just great songs and usually some great folks to play and a real good creative spirit too. And then I've got the utensils there in the studio, and it's always just a collaborative effort and a great sharing of ideas, and it's just really fun for me, and I don't get to do it enough. And I think the record has tons of merit, and I think you should each buy 20 for Christmas presents.
Thank you, Ben.
Want to talk about this one?
Right.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
This song kind of speaks for the, kind of for the record and for the expedition. It's called "The River of the Setting Sun."
The setting sun, wild, 31 men, a woman, a child, through the prairies, mountains unknown, in the heart of the wild. Now we're on our own, we proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. Down the river of the setting sun, beneath the wings of the thunder, Blackfoot, Sioux, Crow and Cheyenne, dreamers of the herd, making buffalo medicine, some shared sound, heartbeat drum, Mother Earth, enduring and profound. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. Liz Pierce, Salish, Flathead, Shoshone Man Band, horses, salmon, birds, eating with our hands, sign language of gestures, leaving dogs, leaving a trail of gifts across the land. We proceeded on. 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 Crying for a vision in the mountains, in the snow, sending a voice to the canyon below. Across the western mountains, we stretch our hands, reaching for that rendezvous where the sea meets the land. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. Prayer and gratitude are the two hands of prayer. Down the river of the setting sun, I'll meet you there. When we reach the sea, I'll taste the salt in your hair, and that wild freedom with which nothing can compare. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on. We proceeded on.
So did you like that performance? Well, you can hear it again on a CD if you want. That's for sale over there at the desk as you're leaving. Should we get them back for one more song? All right.
Thank you. We should also mention that our good friend Judith Edelman was on this project with us. She sings on a couple of tunes, and some of you might know her. She moved to Nashville, used to live over in Victor, and comes back for Targhee Festival. We were able to round her up when she was here for Targhee to sing on her album.
Well, thank you. This is kind of a fun one. We had a bunch of help on this one. Phil Round and John Lowell also participated in the men's chorus on this one. A song about laboring up the Missouri.
Oh,
yeah, we haven't got one harp. Just do it like this. Called Rough and Tumble Lads. Rough and tumble lads you must be, join the Corps of Discovery, light out for the territory, find the pathway to the sea. Jefferson said, men, do your best, find me the river of the West. If you make it back, you'll be well known if a grizzly bear ain't chewing your bones. Hey ho, pull it up slow, if she's out in the current, then down she goes. Hey boys, look at me now, I ain't back east, pulling a plow. A redbird sitting on a fence. Once I had a mighty fine wench. She turned saucy and had to go. I snatched up the rosin for my bow. Now hoot owl, why do you screech all night? Because I lost my heart's delight. I'm looking for a gal who wants to play chord all night and sleep all day. Hey ho, pull it up slow. If she's out in the curve and down she goes. Hey boys, look at me now, I ain't back east pulling a plow. Now Mandan had corn buffalo, we picked up Janie and Charbonneau. The captain said, man, it's time to go, the ice is breaking up, let's heave ho. Now rough and tumble lads you must be, join the Corps of Discovery, light out for the territory, find the pathway to the sea. Hey ho, pull it up slow, if she's out in the current then down she goes. Hey boys, look at me now, I ain't back east pulling a plow. Thank you.
They're wonderful performers. Name of their CD is We Proceeded On. I did some exploring up in Canada, in the Bugaboo Mountains, Purcell Range. Our motto was, we lurched on. Okay, moving on with our first round here of performers. We have Carolyn Groves Winkler.
Thanks. We'll get a little help on this one with Hank and Doug and Ann and whoever else comes up. You never know. Yeah. How many can we get? So Ann's husband Pete is out of town, so we told her we weren't going to let her just come and watch at the Hootenanny. We had to hear her sing, so we pulled together a song here with these guys.
Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. And just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He ain't much to look at, but a free rambling man. Well, but that was a long time. Now no matter how hard I try, well, these years they just flow by, just like a broken down dam. So make me an angel that flies from Montgomery, and make me a poster of an old rodeo. And just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them, they're buzzing, but I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. What in the hell kind of person can go to work in the morning and come home in the evening, Lord, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery, and make me a poster of an old rodeo. And just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Hank. Thanks, Doug. Ann. Well, Hank gave me a perfect setup for this next song I want to do. I was going to do a Christmas song, but I was listening to NPR and heard the electoral college votes coming in, and I thought, oh, you just can't let a moment like this go by. So apparently a very wise sage known as Dave Letterman said, you know, if you were wondering what it would have been like if Dan Quayle had ever been president, now's your chance. So this is actually a song written about that poor man, Mr. Quayle, by my friend Christine Lavin, and this is when the whole brouhaha about Dan Quayle and Murphy Brown was going on, and it's as though Murphy Brown wrote a letter to Dan Quayle. It's called Dear Dan. Dear Dan, I am a fictional anchor woman on a TV show. Dear Dan, my fictional character got pregnant. Is she married? No. I did not mean to upset the Bush administration, but I'm happy and I love my baby so. But even happier than me about the situation is Ross Perot. Can you believe how many people voted for him? Dear Dan, I can't believe you found a poor role model in the person of Murphy Brown. She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she's in great shape, she's got a job. She owns her own house in Georgetown. Maybe you'd like us to be more like Donna Reed, or better yet, Vanna White. A living, breathing, walking, talking Barbie doll in heels and sequins every night. I think Dan would like to buy a vowel. Dear Dan, at least now we know what you are doing when you're not out on the golf links. So, dear Dan, it's good to know that watching television shapes the way that you think. Maybe you should turn off that situation comedy and turn into the news. But if the real world, if the make-believe world gets you this upset, I bet the real world is gonna give you the blues. Oh, dear Dan, dear Dan. Yes, Dan, you'll have a lot more time for television watching these days. Whoa, dear Dan, dear Dan, dear Dan, dear Dan, dear Dan. Thanks.
A scintillating performance of Carolyn Groves Winkler. Okay, we got one more here. It's maybe a first-timer here. This is Bob Berkey along with Tom Jenkins, who's here for the second time. How you guys here? Here they come.
Oh, he's great. Okay, we're using music here. This is a very musical group. Okay, here.
Just makes it easier.
How's that? What are you going to tell us about this?
This was a song written in 1790. It's called The Splendid Shilling, and I wish I had one.
Splendid shilling.
Splendid. Isn't that what I said?
You said splending.
Oh.
Didn't he say splending?
Yeah.
Splending shilling? Yeah,
The
okay.
Splendid Shilling. 'Twas brillig and the splendid shilling.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
You want me to give the camera?
Please.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You almost took my eye out. I'm going to...
Watch, you're in now, you're going to fall off.
That's all right. The splendid eyeball that was on me. Can't trust it.
This one's called Blair Athol, another reel, I think.
What does Athol mean?
I think it's kind of glen.
Oh.
No, I think it's my school used to go on kind of holder camps to this glen, Blair Athol. So I know it very well.
So this is a real place?
Very, very
What
high.
did you do in Blair Athol?
Walked and got wet.
Same thing that California kids are doing this week.
Same thing that
California kids are doing this week. If you've seen them around town.
I think it's we were colder and wetter. No, not colder, wetter.
And we're going to end with the Scottish number in honor of our resident
kilt.
Scot here and the kilt.
We can remove it. Counting this one off?
What's it?
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Oh dear, I had forgotten these guys. Bob was here once before. I love that concertina. It's wonderful. And Tom Jenkins from Edinburgh, Scotland. Well, that's the end of our first round. We're going to take a break, short break for 10 minutes. See you back here, and we'll do another round of one song each.